How are you doing? I'm Martin from Gardens for Life in Burland Homestead. In this video I'm going to show you solar panels and what do we do to keep the maintenance to a minimum. Dust and bird shite, 130 watts. So let's clean them. Angle. It's quite the angle, alright. First of all, folks, please don't put your solar panels on the roof. Consider putting your solar panels on a ground mount. If you're going to put them up on a roof, they're going to be very difficult to reach and to keep clean because dust and leaves and even bird shite will land on them eventually. Just bear in mind that you will have to keep them clean, and anywhere you have snow, you also need to keep the snow off them in the winter time. Luckily, we don't have that issue yet here in Ireland. And even slugs on your panels, you are going to reduce your voltage. Modern solar panels have gotten way better at working, even if part of the solar panel is blocked. But if some of these cells are blocked on one of the panels, then it's not going to work very well, and you're going to experience a fairly severe voltage drop on your charge controller. So we want to try and keep them clean, and one thing you can do to keep them clean is to keep them off the ground. You can see here I just made this little ground mount here real quick, just from some 3x2s and some 2x2s, and it does the job for now. We use the Vivor brackets as well, the aluminium brackets, which are doing a great job at holding the panels on there, and it's all right. It's good enough, and for what winds we get here it'll be fine. We're in a fairly sheltered location, and here you can see some of the panels that have been left on the ground, and they do get dirty and you get wood chips on them and bits and pieces, debris from the ground. So we're going to actually make a mount for these two in the long run, but mainly we also want a mount just to catch the sun at the right angle as well. You can optimize it a little bit. This is quite a steep angle now, and it is because we're quite sheltered here, and in the winter time we won't get that much sun, so the sun will be actually just over the tree line here, and these willows will be cut back in the winter. So we're trying to catch a little bit of sunlight here from the south and the southwest side, and if you put your panels on the ground like that, they will get a good average sun. But if you put them up at an angle like that, you might want to face some of them southeast and southwest, just so you have a bit of sunlight, a bit of power in the morning, and then bridging over into the afternoon. So that is one way to deal with it. But this video is not about the orientation or the angle, so this time all we're going to do is we're going to just clean them with water. Maybe a tiny drop of washing up liquid in there would do no harm, and clean the dust and all the other bits and pieces off of there. And once we're done, we'll just use a squeegee. And look at that. I think that's going to produce quite a bit better. So I'll just show you our solar inverter. I have a smaller version put into the van now. That's where our battery bank is at the moment. And I'll just show it to you, and we'll just check what kind of watts we're producing with those 4 solar panels. They're 4 times 400, so 1600 in total. And here we are in the van. We have the 3.5 kilowatt Vivor inverter here. Our battery bank is a 24 volt battery bank here. That's made up of 2 12 volt batteries in series and then 2 more in parallel. So we get 200 amps multiplied by 24 volts. Well, at the moment the battery is quite full. We're at 26.5 volts here, and you can get a rough idea of how full it is by the voltage, but obviously a battery shouldn't to be the right job, which I'm going to get eventually. So 70% full we are now. Let me just take a look here how much is coming in. 118 volts, so we're safe enough on the volt side. This is the smaller inverter. It can only take from 30 to 150 volts on the solar side. The bigger 5.5 kilowatt version of this inverter and the 6 kilowatt version with Bluetooth can take 500 volts. So that's handy, because then you can get away with a regular enough cable like that, a 6mm square cable, and you can run 5 kilowatts through it, no problem, once you keep the amperage down. So let's take a look. 1 amp at the moment, 100 and 130 watts. You see that here? So let's clean them and let's see how it improves it. Oh, take a look at what a difference it made. This is it clean, and this is what it used to be like. And can you see that on the camera there? Quite dusty still. It's really dusty. Gonna do the last one now and then we'll check the voltage again. Alright, that's them all done. So this is just 4 of our 10 panels. And the reason being is because the smaller charge controller can only take up to 150 volts. And these panels are 37 volts each, so we can't risk connecting 5 of them. 4 is perfect. Let's see what we'll get. I could have done with a bigger brush for that job. Took a minute, but let's go and take a look at the charge controller. Here we are. So 119 volts. See, it's still 1 amp. So overall we still have just maybe 10 watts more, but I'm sure once the sun is out it'll make an awful difference. I'm very happy with that now, it looks good. I'm gonna raise these up off the ground a little bit too, just to keep them clean. A bit easier. So I suspect the birds will probably sit up here and poop on them. But other than that, I don't think we'll get much debris in terms of leaves, even though it's autumn now. And dust as well. I don't think we'll get much of it because the rain will actually wash it off, especially at this angle. It's quite the angle, alright. Just a very basic frame. We also love the aluminium mounts that Inverter makes. So if you're mounting your panels on top of a building, they're perfect for that. Well, today is not a sunny day, but it'll be interesting to see how they perform on a sunny day. And we'll make another video for another time. Thanks for watching, and let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. And if you are new to solar, just take a look at our 3-part series, how to set up a solar system. It's a basic solar system and it's about as budget as it gets, and it is capable of running our entire household. I'll put the links in the description below. And if you're interested in some of the solar equipment that we're using, I'll put some links in the description below. Thanks for watching. See ya. Bye. Oh, good dog. All right.